Hey, Construction Cronies, what's happening, everybody? I know it's been a minute since I've gone live. I do apologize for that. It's just been like madness, so I've been so busy, and then I got multiple different crews going here, and I'm just like, just zipping from one place to the other. So I really haven't had time. That's why I've been uploading a lot of shorts. I figured instead of not uploading anything, I better just upload shorts as I go. But anyways, yeah, so I'm live here for a bit. If you guys have any questions about what's been going on here, I'm going to show you the 20-foot box beam there that I made, and then another little 10-footer, but big. It's the 20-footer that I wanted to kind of show you. And then the 40-foot high, 6-inch, 18-gauge wall. Those are also in that. I just put a big order in, so we're going to start drywall right away. So we got quite a few sheets here already. But yeah, before we get started, man, make sure you hit that like button for me. You know I appreciate you guys, and please leave me a comment. If you have any questions, you're watching the replay, whatever, leave me a comment. I'll get back to you, like literally as fast as soon as I can. And if you do have like super help and you're not getting a response from me on like say a chat or a comment, just email me, chris@constructioncronies.com, and I check that daily. So yeah, man. Whoa. So with that out of the way, let me give you guys kind of an idea here. So, oh yes, and the butt board, that's another thing too, the butt backer. So, this is all M2 Tech board, which is the mold board, the blue board, okay? And you can only get it in 8-foot and 10-foot lengths. You have to order 3,000 sheets to get it in 12-foot. So what I'm going to do is we're going to lay down the walls in here and use, it's called butt board or butt backer or whatever. It's got a hilarious name, but you know, butt joint backer. So it's like a thing, right, where you join your butt joints together. So you leave them, you don't land them on the studs, you land them in the middle or floating, right? And then you use this backer, and apparently it also reduces the amount of mud that you need to put in those joints as well. So that is super good. I'm kind of looking around at the floor right now because they missed, like they didn't drop off the butt backer. They also didn't drop off the like a bunch of 6-inch. Like I ordered over 100 12-foot 6-inch studs. That did not come. What the hell is that? Why is that here? That is extremely weird why that is there. I don't know why that's there. I have like 10 sheets of this at the side of my house. Just like, I don't know why we have that. Anyways, that's something else. That's not for us. Has nothing to do with us. So yeah, they didn't. That's why the drywallers aren't working. I was wondering why they're not drywalling, because the backer isn't here. The backer board isn't here. So I'll have to call the boss and let him know. But yeah, anyways, so we're going 40 feet up, all the way up. Slot track at the top for 3/4 inch deflection. Hey, SK, what's up, man? Hey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Now you can kind of get to see what I mean. So this was going to be a little funky. So we have a 20-foot wide window. I'm going to use the polycarbonate 10-foot sheets, and I'm just going to put 2 side by side on this side, 1 over there, and then you can see on the back wall we're going to use the 8-foot ones, and then at the front around the restaurant we're going to use more 10s. So I'll order the proper amount once I'm done here. I'll order the proper amount, and then it'll be like the last thing. So it's going to be all prepped. I got the plywood. I just bought a new table saw. So I'll show you guys that. I'm stoked. I'm getting back into the wood stuff, which is going to be awesome. And then so this wall goes all the way up, and then I'm going to go up another 8 feet around here, okay, because this is a feature wall here they're going to be like there are for Rays Athletics. It's going to be on the up here somewhere, and of course I was going to build this ceiling, but then the electrician asked me if I could wait. I'm like, oh yeah, that's not a big deal, no problem, I don't mind waiting, it's fine. So I'm waiting on that for him to finish that. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to go up another 8 feet here, so that goes up higher. And then we have a pro shop going in here, so it's going to be like, it's weird, like it's supposed to be all the way up, kind of a bulkhead almost, right, across, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do something different, but it's going to be awesome, and I'll show you guys that too as I go. But yeah, so when you're looking up here, these guys, okay, I was watching them. They were breaking a lot of studs because they weren't lifting them properly. So and they're literally just doing one at a time. So they have like 2 guys, 3 guys lifting 1 stud up at a time. I could do this whole wall by myself in like half the time, not like more, like probably a quarter of the time it takes these guys to do it. I take these long studs, and you're always going to lift them up like this, okay? So let me kind of show you how you lift them. Okay, you lift them from the side like this so that they're hanging straight down. You never pick them up from the middle so that they sag, okay? You always flip them up right from the middle like this. You always flip them, and you carry them like this, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll load like 3 or 4 of them on the lift, boop, 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 go up to a little bit past halfway, and then flip them in using gravity. Whoop, 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 okay? I'll easily do 4 of these 40-footers at one time, okay? But yeah, they're going up and down one stud at a time. It takes them forever to do one stud, right? So, which is fine. They're piece workers, so that's their jam. I've been trying to show them little things here and there as we go, but yeah, anyways, it is what it is. So the one thing on this beam, I'm glad it looks good. This beam is one of the biggest ones I've ever actually done. I don't do normally ones this big. So what I screwed up on, which I would have done differently, is using 10-foot tracks like this. I would have went 10-foot. I would have put the top piece like in the center and put the joints over here and over here, because this way the joints are all kind of in the same spot. But because it's 3 levels of track, I wasn't worried about it. And I'm like, well, if it sags, I'll fix it. But it's not sagging; it's super strong. But yeah, I would have done that differently, thinking like back. You know, I'm like, I would have liked to have staggered those joints more. But my mistake. But yeah, no, it looks good. It's super solid. It's not going anywhere. The polycarbonate sheet is 3/4 of an inch thick. It ain't going nowhere. Once it's all in there, it's going to be super strong. I'm going 3/4 inch plywood all the way around. So when I do the plywood there too, I'll make sure to, put a piece in the middle and then piece in the ends type thing. But yeah, I normally like, let me see. Yeah, sort of like that beam up there, right, where I put the 10-foot in the middle and then cut 2 5s on the ends. That's how I would have done it for that on that big one, but I wasn't thinking. I don't know why. It just caught me off guard there. But yeah, and then of course we're gonna channel every 4 feet, boom, boom, boom. But yeah, this wall is just get it done. Just getting it done. Getting it, like, we're almost all framed. I can't believe the 6-inch studs didn't come. That is crazy. So that's why the guys aren't working, because we're missing the key components. Jesus. All right, it makes sense. Same thing here. We're just going to finish an opening across just at 12 foot there. Boom, boom. Going to be a nice little drywall return opening to get in there. Something like this here. I know it looks a little out of place, but it's just because of where the wall originally. There's just a little corner here. Boom, no big deal, but it finishes in here. I tried to explain to the guy, he's my like apprentice at this point. I tried to explain to him, he doesn't speak English, isn't his first language, unfortunately. So I told him I would have brought the steel all the way to here, and so that the drywall, I could just cut little tabs for here, and then I just have to caulk a little bit in there, because now the drywall is going to go in there. It might be a little bit messy, right? Because like it's going to be a big caulking problem, because I don't want to run the drywall all the way past, because then you're going to have brown on this side. It won't work. So, but also I also told him to put drywall on the face of this first. When I do my box beams, I use 3 pieces of track cap on the top, bottom, and then another one on the top turned up. Yeah, so yeah, so you can do that. I just don't find it like so. To be honest with you, I use like 3 pieces, and the reason why I do that is it just comes out more square. So when I'm putting it in the brackets, like in the stud, here I'll go back and show you. Well, oh no, not here. I got to show you over here. I'll show you what I mean. So I also use these 16 gauge angles for my brackets. Okay, so I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. So you can see there's one on the top, 16 gauge. This is a 6-inch wall, so they're 5 3/4. Okay, they're cut to 5 3/4 width, and you can see right there. Okay, 4 screws and 4 screws. So what I mean is, when you're putting your beam in and you're doing the top track just flipped up, okay, it doesn't come out as square. So you're gonna have more of your beam sticking out, probably in one corner somewhere. Like it's just harder to keep totally square. When I do it this way, it's like, see that? It is super minimal. That's why I just do it that way, because then there's less fucking around when it comes to the squaring it out part, right? I'm not fighting with it, and there's not going to be a bulge after, okay? You can see how nicely these kind of come out. You know, they're always going to be a little bit bigger than the wall because of the track, right? But you split the difference either way. But you can see how nice and square that is. It's beautiful, right? It's beautiful. Same thing on this side. This is a 20-footer, and it's beautiful. Look how square that is. See that? It's like perfectly square, you know? And then I have a system where I clamp in the corners, and I go every 2 feet, and then I put the 1 foot after type thing. It's a process, a system. So that's why I do it with the 3 tracks. So one here, and then one flipped up. I just, like I was saying, man, it keeps it more square. When you just do the top one on the flip, like you gotta just make it like, I don't know, you gotta like keep it square, use your square to make sure it's all good and stuff, sure. But you gotta remember, track is wider than stud, so it takes just one little tiny piece out, and you're throwing yourself way out of whack, right? Let me see if I can find one to kind of give you. I think I was doing that over here somewhere. No, I think I rebuilt it. Oh yeah. This one. This is when I decided to do it the 3-track way. I was fighting with these ones here, right? So you can see this guy here. That's what you're talking about. Just one on the bottom and then one flipped up on the top, just like that. Well, look at this. Look at that. See how out of square that is? I literally drove into it with the lift to try to move it, and it would not budge. I could not get that square. So now it's sticking out way on this side. And with 5/8 drywall, that's going to be like almost an inch bulge. You know what I mean? That's going to be a huge bulge with the 5/8 drywall, you know? So that's why I'm like, screw it. I'm switching. Yeah, right away. I switched to the other way. And you can see the difference. It's beautiful, right? It's just beautiful. No dicking around. And you can also see on this one where I stagger, or on all of these, right? Where you stagger your joints, right? Stagger. People always ask you, why do you do it that way? And I always tell them, I think it's stronger, the one who comes out. Yeah, oh yeah, and it's definitely stronger. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's super strong. And it's more square. It's not that much time. It's not hard to screw the last track on. It takes it's super easy. You flush the one end with a square, put a screw in it, other end, put a screw in it, and then screw, done, right? No dicking around. So, and I can also clamp it the other way too. When it's flipped the other way, I can also clamp it way easier to get get my clamp right in the corner, right? And I put my screw in every 2 feet, and it's just beautiful, right? So there is a reason why I do it. I try, like, on light gauge, like whatever, right? Like that, you see? You know, it's what it is, you know? It's just light gauge, no big deal, whatever. Because you can bend that and fight with that a little easier, but on heavy gauge, yeah, I always did it with the 3 tracks, and then I don't know, I switched to the 2 for a while there, and I'm like, nah, screw that, I'm going back to the 3. There's my new saw, boys. Yeah. So I'm gonna start ripping plywood. Not today. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and start ripping plywood for the backing. But yeah, I just built that, set that all up. Yeah, monolith. Yeah, that's another way to do it. I mean, yeah, you can cut ears, you can cut tracks and put it in and all this. But yeah, I always keep a stock of this 16 gauge angle, man. It just so simple, right? So I always keep a good stock of this. And I just cut it to size 3 3/8 or 5 3/4, right? And yeah, these are always stronger than the beam almost. You know, like I'm using 18 gauge or 16 gauge, whatever. But right now we're using 18 gauge, and these are 16 gauge angles. They're super heavy duty. And yeah, it just makes, I don't know, I always keep a stock of this. You wouldn't believe how much of this stuff I have. So every time I do a structural job, I always order extra. So I'm always have it. But yeah, it just for box beams, yeah, that's what I do. So or you could also order it too extra, right? But yeah, I know I'm always trying to limit that for drywall purposes. So yeah, you don't want bulges in the corner. So for example, if you're putting in like a fire rated frame, okay, and then you got the extra bulge, the drywall, you understand, like, especially if it's like a 2-layer on one side and one on the other, you cannot get a door frame that's proper. It's always going to be a 1/8 like less than the actual drywall is, okay? So if you start fucking with it like that and putting extra stuff that builds out, it's like, holy cow, it causes so much problems. Same thing like with the door clips. That's why I cut them off. The tabs that wrap around the studs, I always cut those off, and I put the screw in through the stud to the like through the stud. Like here, let me show you. So the clip will be faced here. I screw it in through here, right? So that there's nothing on the stud. That way you can get the drywall in, no problem. You're not dicking around with that, right? So, but yeah, I know it's a thing. Like, it's just what I do. It's just what I do. So it makes it nice for the drywall, and then you know everyone's happy and blah blah blah, right? But yeah, boy. So yeah, I'm ready to go for the backing. Oh, I love it. I can't wait. I'm gonna get next. I'm gonna get a new like compound miter saw, and I'm gonna gotta get a compressor with some different nailers, and yeah, that's like kind of the stuff I'm trying to get together too to really actually start on the projects I have like for my house too. Right? I'm like, yeah, I got all the steel stuff, but I don't have the wood stuff. I used to have everything, but when I lived downtown, I had 3 storage units, and I'm like, just got sick of paying for the rent. So I'm like, you know what? I just basically do steel stud now. I'm just going to keep my steel stuff and sell my wood stuff. Oh man, big mistake. I wish I didn't do that. But yeah, so now I'm like trying to get all that back. But yeah, anyway, shout out to Naomi at Home Depot. By the way, she's the one who sold me. She's a good friend of mine, and she always gives me deals on when I go in. She's like basically a manager there now. And so she always gives me deals on tools and materials there. And believe it or not, we got the plywood cheaper there than we would have at the wholesaler. It's crazy. So the wholesaler was selling it for $58.60 a sheet, and we got it for $55.40. So yeah, we actually got it cheaper from Home Depot. It's crazy, right? So yeah, the suppliers are charging stupid amounts of money now. It's ridiculous. Like, I know I have one friend who has an account, can get it for as low as $40, I think, but yeah, he didn't really get back to me in time. So I'm like, yeah, we got to get going on this because it's going to hold up the drywall, and we don't want that. So, but yeah, we can't do any drywall without the butt board either. So I cannot believe that didn't come. But anyways, at least I have an answer for the boss. Why? So what I'm going to say anyway. So I'm like, well, the 6-inch stud didn't come, and neither did the butt backer, which is like you can't, like, what are you going to do? One sheet, one sheet here, one sheet there. So yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, so yeah, that's where we're at over here. I don't know if anybody has any last minute questions or anything like that. If you want me to go over, I'm doing, like I said, that design and build project, the physiotherapy clinic. It's also on the far side of the building. It's going great. We're just past first, like the first draft of the design, and I just sent in a whole bunch of changes, and hopefully that will have the budget and the plans into the city by next Wednesday. So hopefully we have a contact at the city, so maybe we can get the permit in like by the end of next week even, which would be so awesome. And then we'll start the physio clinic like the week after. Yeah, it's crazy amount of money, eh, Raphael? You think with Canada and all the wood that we have, but Canada sucks, man. Like, it's just like everything's tax here. Tax. Just greedy, gouging bastards everywhere. Monopolies and greedy elites. Like, Canada fucking sucks. I'm sorry, but it sucks. Everyone's out for themselves. They just tax. The only country in the world that taxes freaking tax and taxes it again. It's ridiculous here. And the prices of everything are just way out of control. Way out of control, man. There's no reason materials should cost 50 to 60% of the contract. They shouldn't be more than 30% of the contract, but now they're like up to 60% of it now. It's fucking ridiculous, because when materials are that expensive, where do you think they're going to try to save? always on wages. It's crazy. It's always the worker that gets screwed. So no, not having it, man. Not having it, right? But yeah, we're making lots of progress. So yeah, it's been going really well. So like I said, there was a financing problem with this job, right? So we've been trying to do as best we can, and definitely am committed in getting it done. But yeah, it's just like, it's been hard because of financing. So that was a big problem. But everyone's been pulling together, and yeah, we're in on this one because it's a concept that we're into. You know what I'm saying? Not sure if you know, but they have an attachment that goes on top of your table saw, like spring, and holds your plywood down when you're ripping it. Yeah, I have that too. It's on actually like the kickback plate. So this saw does have it too. I just can't figure out how to get it off the storage part yet. So that's something else I'm going to figure out. But yes, that's that's good to know, SK. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's underneath the saw. It's in some like storage part, but I can't figure out how to get it out of the storage part. But I figured out everything else. So, and of course I changed the blade to the Diablo 60 tooth, and yeah, man. So we're because it comes, I think it's a 24 tooth framing saw like blade that it comes with it. Like, yep, throw that in the garbage. Right? So yeah, I'm gonna put the nice Diablo on there. Canada politician, would you like some more taxes with your taxes? Yeah, no, too bad. More tax. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. And what they like go after, like tobacco and liquor, like crazy. Like, you know, just like it's like when you buy a beer, it's probably 90% tax. I remember when I used to buy the vape juice. It used to cost me $18 and change. Now it's $65 all tax. The same jar that cost me under $19, 5 years ago, is now $65. It's ridiculous. It's awful. But yeah, I can kind of show you the kickback blade here, or the kickback part. Where is she? Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, it's this guy right here. So it's on here somehow. I don't know, like, there's some way, like, you shouldn't need a tool to unloosen it, but yeah, I gotta figure it out. I'll figure it out somehow. There's some sort of spring to it. I don't know, but anyways, I gotta figure that out. But yeah, I'm gonna be ripping full sheets, so it's not a big deal. I'm probably gonna take the keifer off too, so, and just rip, but. Yeah, boys, yeah, and it's got like nice storage, right? So you got your wrenches in here, you got your you know, the angle thing there. No, I read them all. I read the instructions. I have them still, actually. I always keep the instructions, and I did read them all. But I didn't understand what the hell they were talking about with the frickin'. I'll show you. I'll even show you because it's so stupid. Where is it? Well, oh yeah, no, they say, yeah, this is the splitter and key, the knife, whatever. Anyway, so there's, as a part here, yeah, right, it says, it says something like, refer to storage, and then, but it doesn't show like proper. So I just find a video. I'll just find a video, and they'll show me on a video. But yeah, it doesn't properly show it. It's so stupid. But no, I always read the instructions. On every tool, even when I buy like the DeWalt, my new my new Hilti drills and stuff. I always check it out just in case there's like a warning or something. You know, like something little that, you know, that's handy to know. I always check everything just in case. So I'm a little bit of a freak that way. Yeah, they're absolutely ridiculous pictures, on them. So, but yeah, I mean, I went with the DeWalt. I preferably I would have maybe have kept all my stuff Makita, but I was at Home Depot, and I love that setup, man. Like this, it's got the stand, it came with the stand, everything. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with the DeWalt on this one. But yeah, it is what it is. I like it. I think it's a nice saw. So, like I said, I put the new Diablo blade on there. We'll be ready to rock and roll tomorrow, man. So, excuse me. yeah, maybe I'll stick with maybe I'll even get the DeWalt compound miter saw too. I don't know. We'll see. I know I'm not really a DeWalt guy, but you know, it's a lot of guys use it, and I'm sure it'll do the job. It'll do the job for sure. So, but yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So, anyways, I guess that's enough. I guess that's where we're at here, guys. So. I do like apologize, man, for not like going live a lot this last couple of weeks and stuff. And man, it's so stupid. I got my studio, like I got the damn. I have to go. I just really wish I should be going live from my studio more and hanging out, and just we could explore other things and this and that, and just hang out and chit chat and whatnot. But yeah, man, I don't know. I've just been busy and crazy. Like I'm trying to figure out new ways of content, like new things to do for content and stuff. I want to make it a little more exciting. You know, I'm a little bored with the steel stud how-tos and the drywall how-tos and stuff. You know, so. I want to do something a little more exciting, but anyways, if you guys have any ideas, please let me know. I'd be happy to hear what you have to say. But you guys all, I appreciate you all so much. Hit that like button for me, okay? And yeah, have a great. Wait a minute, is it July long weekend? Is it July yet? Because I know it's Canada Day weekend, but is it July 4th, right? Coming up. Or is that next weekend? I can't remember now. But anyways, I'll make sure to let you guys know on a community post or whatnot. Happy 4th of July and all that. But you guys take care. Zaphael, Moneth, SK, guys, great chatting with you. And if I missed you or something or whatnot, yeah, leave me a comment down below if you have any questions. And yeah, I'll gladly get back to you as soon as I can. All right, guys, take care. Bye for now, dudes. Yeah.